Well, the polls have now closed. We will be updating the results as they come in, so stick with us on Shaw TV because we will be continuing to update them throughout the night. In the meantime, I'm joined by Tom Wickersham, who knows the feeling of results night all too well. Tom, how's it going?
It's going very well. I feel relaxed.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable. So it's going very well.
Excellent. So you are not running, obviously, again this year. What brought that decision on for you?
Well, I have always had a passion for what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And I just felt that passion was slipping a little bit. And when I looked forward into the future, I thought, what do I want to do for the next 10 years of my life if I'm blessed with good health? So I just thought, no, this is the right time, even if I ran, because people can always appoint you or disappoint you. So just running doesn't mean that you're going to get elected, and we never take that for granted. But looking forward, I just thought, no, this is the right time to make this move, to step down. I have served for quite a few years, and I really thank people that re-elected me over those years, initially electing me and then re-electing me. So I want to spend more time with family and just do other first-time things.
Yeah, awesome. Do you have some highlights or some things that stick out for you during the course of the time you served on council?
Yeah, there's so many. And members of council always recognize that you don't do it on your own. You really have to have 4 other friends. It's usually carried by a 5-4 or 6-3 or whatever portion there, but you need the majority. So it's really working with people. And when I reflect back over the years on what City Council has accomplished, I believe the crossing really stands out in my mind on the west side, because that was in the area structure plan for the west side, I think since the late 60s, somewhere in that area. But it had to come about and it had to be moved forward. And so over my term of office, we had a part in moving that forward, and I think it's going to be one of those things like the moving of the rail yard. People will reflect back on that and say, oh, that was a defining moment of when the west side really took off and could really grow. I think affordable housing, I think of derelict houses, we tackled that issue, and along with the mayor, the atrium finally came down. It's almost like the Berlin Wall in my mind, because it's something that I just wondered if it would ever happen, but something had to happen in order for development to go ahead in that location, and I think most people are relieved to say, that was something that really needed to happen. So there's so many things, the pathways, the parks, the North Regional Park, I think is a great initiative, and we just recently have done that and moved that forward. But I look at our city and I just think we have a beautiful city. I'm still in love with our city. Worked for the city for 48 years, and as I reflect back on those years, the city of Lethbridge has treated myself and my family very well.
Excellent. That's a lot. That's a big list. That's a lot to be proud of. Do you have some advice for those people who are going to be on council? Because it looks like we'll have some people that this will be their first time in office. Do you have advice for those people?
Well, I think people that are running, probably new people, if they get elected, will be surprised at the amount of time that they have to put in. So people that are running for election and serving in government office need to enjoy reading, because there is a lot of reading. You need to do research, because there's a lot of new topics that you have to be up on. And then foremost, you have to really like people, because there are all kinds of people that you have to deal with. Some not as likable as others, but you know what? You always have to respect, I believe, people's opinions, even if they differ with your own. And you have to listen, because you can learn from those differences of opinion. So, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, and that's that's what you look forward to.
And obviously rewarding, like you said.
It is very rewarding because you're involved in change. You're moving a community forward, you hope in a positive manner, and you see the results of those decisions that you make. And I believe that the objective of members of council should be to move it forward, not at a rapid rate of speed, but at a measurable tax increase. I think you always have to have tax increases in an expanding economy. That's something that people don't really appreciate. So it has to be very measured. It has to be considered deeply before a person moves ahead with that. But I think the result of this beautiful city is that measured tax approach to providing services and benefits to our citizens, and most citizens really appreciate that.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Tom. Always a pleasure talking to you. I'm kind of sad we won't be able to recap council with you anymore. Stick with us on Shaw TV. We will be updating the election results as the numbers roll in. Stay with us. In a couple of minutes, Fallon Wagner will be chatting with Rayco Dodick about his time in office.